Good morning, everybody. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. There are 5 birds back there complaining because they see a box of treats here and they haven't gotten any yet. And to get right to it, I have a product review to do for you guys today. This is FlyGrubs. It's a new company that is making all-natural dried black soldier fly larvae. And we are going to talk about why you might want to get this for your chickens, why it's a great option for your birds. So I'm going to give you all of the information first. We're going to do a comparison with mealworms. You can see my little kids plate display here. And then what we're going to do is we'll let the girls try some and you can see their reaction. So FlyGrubs has given me this product to try. You can find them at FlyGrubs.com. It's a company that's based out of Wyoming here in the US, but the black soldier flies are actually, everything is made in China. And so let's talk about, in general, what is black soldier fly larva? Why might you want to give it to your chicken? A black soldier fly is basically a huge fly. They're completely harmless to animals and to people and things like that, but they're really big. And their strategy is that they have evolved over the years, over the generations, so that they almost look like a big black wasp. And so their strategy is basically, well, if I look like a wasp, nobody's going to mess with me because they think I'm going to sting them. So it's a huge black fly. And if we're looking at the comparison on my plate here, this is what the black soldier fly larva looks like. This is mealworms. So mealworms are smaller. They almost feel like very crunchy and hollow and pretty hard, whereas the black soldier fly larva, they're not soft, but they feel more dense, like they're not going to just like break into nothingness. Why would you want to give your chickens black soldier fly larva or mealworms or anything like that? In comparing it to human food, first of all, I will just say as a disclaimer, the only thing your chickens absolutely need is their layer feed. And you can do pellets or crumble. I have a video on why you might want one over the other. But I compare mealworms, or I compare it to eating, like having a protein shake, having some beef jerky, because it's a high protein snack. It's going to have good things that are in it for you. It's not really junk. Your body's actually going to do something with it. As opposed to, you guys know, I'm not a fan of cracked corn. I'm not a fan of scratch or chicken crack or any of those other names that's, you know, that's corn and grains and stuff like that. That to me is like drinking a soda or having a candy bar. Yeah, it might taste good, it might be enjoyable, but it's not doing anything nutritionally for your chickens. Mealworms have a little bit higher protein value than this. So more protein, okay? And I'll show you the nutritional values. They're on these bags. I'll show you in just a minute. Black soldier fly larva has protein in it, yes, but it has a higher percentage of calcium. And then just to recap, why are we talking about calcium being beneficial for chickens? Again, once they're of laying age, your hens need calcium because otherwise you're going to be dealing with soft shell eggs, which I just did a video recently. I figured out some solutions and this is going to help so much. So in my opinion, if you are, if your chickens are pets and they are egg layers and that's the main reason why you have chickens, to me, having black soldier fly larva is a lot more beneficial than mealworms. They're both fine, but for me, on a limited budget, and also I'll get in trouble if I spend too much money on my chickens. In my opinion, I think this is much better value as far as giving my chickens the priority of what they need, but it being something that's enjoyable. So, to be fair and to be honest, I'm going to show you, and I really like the packaging on this too. This is all packaged really well. This is the 5-pound box. They do also have a 10-pound box. And if you think about it, these little larvae, I mean, they don't weigh much, like per unit. So, I mean, a 5-pound box for 5 chickens, that's going to last me at least like 3 days. No, I'm just kidding. It'll last you for a while. And I also like that it's been packaged with a resealable bag. These are the FlyGrubs themselves. I'll tell you a couple of other things about this brand in particular. They got started in November of 2018, and I love, love, love helping out companies that are young, that are new, that are just getting started. I really have a passion for doing that, as opposed to, working with Purina or some big, huge, ridiculous brand. So we're talking about a high protein, high calcium snack, right? This is the Nutritional Breakdown, and I'll bring the mealworm bag right next door so we can compare. Okay, so we've got 36 to 42% guaranteed protein. The calcium is at 2 to 5%, which, I mean, that's pretty significant, right? Okay, and now let's look here so you can see both. I know it's a little hard to read both. So we do have a higher protein with the mealworms. We're at 50% protein here. But then if you look at calcium, it's way down here, 0.03 to 0.05. So I mean, look at the difference here. So that to me is the main thing. The last thing I'm going to tell you as a disclaimer, I've worked with Emily and with Sean at FlyGrubs, and they said that if your chickens are used to, let me bring my child's plate back up here. If your chickens are used to, and I'm going to go ahead and crunch up a couple of these. So this is mealworms, okay? They're smaller. They feel very hollow, like it's just a hard shell and there's nothing inside. And they're extremely brittle and extremely crunchy. But they did say if your chickens are used to another type of treat, particularly mealworms, the first experience with the black soldier fly larva, your chickens might kind of be like, what is that? Because it feels different. So these are smaller and they're really, really crunchy and really hard. You don't have to break them up for your chickens to eat them. If it's too big of a piece, they can peck it and break it up. But these are going to feel, to me, they feel a lot denser. And as you can see, like it has give to it before it starts to break. I mean, it's not like squishy or anything, right? But you are dealing with something that's a little bit bigger, a little bit fatter, and it just feels like it has a little bit more to it, whereas this just feels like old crushed shells to me. If you don't keep a chicken journal, please keep a chicken journal. I'm not talking about, you know, Dear Diary, I love my chickens so much. I mean, you can do that if you want, but I'm talking about keeping data on your birds to where you can say so-and-so started laying on this date and I stopped doing apple cider vinegar in my water, which remember I did that recently. So keep track of, hey, you know what? I started using FlyGrubs on this date, and then just see within a day or two if you notice a difference in the quality of your eggshells. Ready? Okay, here we go. Get them, girls. Get them, girls. Yeah, obviously they're really worried about the different texture. Get them, girls. And I have Flopsy Bird is laying an egg right now. That's Gracie, the barred rock, the black and white one closest to you. She's the one who makes all the noise when she eats. She just gets so excited. There is no, hey, we need to try this for a couple of days and get them used to it. Like, no, not my girls. So again, this is FlyGrubs. You can find them on Amazon. You can get them direct from flygrubs.com. 5-pound box or 10-pound box. So thank you again to FlyGrubs. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Emily. And thank you, everybody, for watching and for supporting them. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. If you've got questions about FlyGrubs, or if you've got questions about chicken treats in general or anything like that, please, please, please just let me know in the comments, or you can email me.